Go.
So the
Albanian history since the 1980s.
the dictator who ruled the country. What was his name?
His name was Enver Hoja. He
Hoja.
was born in Girocastra. He studied for some years in France, where he was kicked out of the university because he was an immoral. He came here and he talked all the time about moral to us. Fuck the minds of Albanian and so on.
And when did he start his
There.
reign?
What did he start?
Ruling.
Maybe 1940 something.
After World War II.
Yeah, I'm not
And that
sure
lasted
about
until when?
That's scandalous.
lasted till, I mean, he died
Fortification by the
many
way.
years before they said he died. He died, and somebody was showing up all the time in the parliament, but it was
For
not
years. Really?
him. 2-3 years maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, because they had to keep the people with the image, you know. His image was really important
Yeah.
for the people.
And once they found out,
And then, who found out?
the people, eventually they found
They
out that
still
he was
haven't
dead.
found out.
That he's dead?
Well, that he's dead now, they know, but they haven't found out. Really. It was taught to them. It was said so. And actually, it's very cool. The moment where they said Enver Hoja died, everybody in Albania had to cry. It was really like kids at school, they had to cry, everybody. If you cannot cry, it's a problem. You didn't love him. He was like this big father.
So they pour
then
like
there was-
lemon juice on their eyes or something?
I think they kind of had to fight and then started crying. But you cry, if everybody's crying, you cry like
Were a lot
hell.
were a lot of people happy when he died? Because he's sort of
I-
the reason. He's the reason that Albania is
The
so
fact
isolated.
is that
right?
after he died, there was another guy ruling called Ramiz Ali, which was not as tough as he was. So while we were the last country standing for communism, he just had to connect this student revolution with the fact that okay, now we switch to democracy, and he left the power slowly. It's like. And it's still like nowadays we do perceive this, I call it the wave of communism. It's still
Oops.
reacting, and everything thought it's based strongly on communism techniques.
Here.
And yeah,
The techniques of the party or the government. Or
and then the government itself now, it's I mean, Mother Communist Party had 2 children, and they were the Democrat Party and the Socialist Party.
and the
So
people
each
in these parties all come from the communist
From
party.
yeah, so you can imagine.
Yeah.
There are some new guys, but they are nothing. I mean, the only person who's
Because I noticed that they have like the Democratic Party flags, you said, all over the street.
yes, and Democratic Party was the party was ruling us at first. So 91 they started ruling the country, and it was this mounted up reality. Nobody had the concept of capitalism or democracy, or there was a lot of like growth in the individual economy. Each one, before they had no property, then suddenly they started growing up this.
Right.
And afterwards there was the 97 scandal, those pyramidal scams. They had to leave because it was just insane. Then you had the socialists, which were obviously corrupted, but at least they had some kind of intellect, you know.
Yeah.
And then they had to leave because the Albanians, while this guy, which is now our prime minister, which is the main guy, he said all the time in the parliament, they are thieves and not fair and they are bad. While he looked to me really stupid and very silly, you know. While he won the other elections, and that was like a big shock for each mind which had some kind of brain inside. So now he's going on with this really interesting performance, and he is like he's very much of the big speech, and
Yeah.
Yeah, friends with George Bush.
Charismatic.
Loves everybody. Actually, he decided once to give a part of the sea to Greece. Imagine. But then some guys from the EU, I think, they told him you cannot do that. Actually, that's out of any standard. And he's like, all right, then I take it back. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
And now we are under his.
Rain.
While the
When is the
97
next
itself
election?
is the next election of power.
Yeah.
It just happened actually. Now, there is a new thing. It happened last year. The fact is, the past elections, Democrats and Socialists were equal almost. So there was another party inside called LSI, Social Movement for Integration, which actually decided to join with the Democrats because so they could have the power together. It was not enough votes for the Socialists, so he could join them, I think. So he decided to go for the Democrats. And finally, they are kind of keeping a certain balance. At least it's not totalitarian power. Because the concept of the main guy of the Democrats, it's totalitarian power. He's really like... And there is no actual resistance in Albania. Not from the people, not in the parliament. It's somehow tricky. The only guys who actually...
Are they afraid of him or they just don't care?
Also, you can be afraid of him.
Yeah.
Well, they don't care. It depends.
What's the name of it? LSI?
LSI.
Stupid pen. Social Movement for...
Integration.
No, seriously, like I took notes from the History Museum.
Ah, cool.
Wow.
I like to learn about these things.
Cool.
But I think each thing that happens in Albanian politics doesn't really matter. They weight nothing. They weight nothing. There is this, talking about life in Albania, there is this very big potential of anarchists around. Like each thing is anarchy somehow. You ain't got the presence of the state much in Albania. Try to go up north, there is nothing like that. They're still following some kind of traditional laws deriving from Kanun.
How do you spell the dictator?
Yeah.
Hoja?
H-O-Z-H-A. X.
X.
X, sorry.
Yeah, when I entered Albania, it seemed like it was very traditional, like, you know, farmers working the fields, you know, little kids working the fields, lots of wild animals, and it was like they're living off the land. It was pretty cool.
It's really nice, this so-called opportunity you have in Albania to reach that basic lifestyle and in between nature and with simple rules.
Yeah.
I mean, you can easily function in a community if you are a bit wise. You can have things all right. Like even educate the community itself, which is usually very close towards, I don't know, recycling or...
Yeah, there was no... I haven't seen litter here. I haven't seen litter, and there's litter all over the place in all the other countries in Yugoslavia.
In Tirana, you haven't seen litter?
What is
Well, in the
trash?
Well, I don't think so, but not really. But not in like the countryside in Albania. I haven't seen it.
No, but
and it's everywhere.
There's trash everywhere.
Really? Well, it's on the countryside in all those other countries.
Yeah.
I'm still recording. I have a minute and a half left.
Hello there.
Interviewing me. This is the first time I've been interviewed by my own camera.
But hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you continue.
I'd like to get some contact information from you so that when you're done, I can check out your YouTube things from all your travels.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my website's kyletowns.org.
Okay, I'll just write that down now.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. become one of your blog followers.
Oh yeah, my vlog, my blog.
Yeah, your blog.
KylePounds.org.
Pounds?
Yeah, Pounds, like the money in England. Yeah.
KYLE.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
KylePounds.org.
Yeah. I'm gonna show Malvina my website when we get home.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'll check it out as well.
Anyways, I think I'm out of time with that particular video. Yep. Thank you.